Man, where do we start? 1975, JUCO was established. Not only was it established, it created 24 regions, 169 teams. But listen, man, it was only one region that's been standing out since the start. And that region is Region 14. Let's get it started.
Region 14. Boy, where do you start? A region of dominance, excellence, and expectation all in one. Coaches and teams that always have a chip on their shoulder every night they line up. 12 teams started the journey, but only 8 remain. Now Bossier, San Jacinto, Jacksonville, and Lime Moore's women's programs no longer exist, but they left their legacy. First stop, let's take it to the boot. Bossier City, baby. Home of the Cavaliers, established in 1967. Although in 2022 was their last season, the program that has been known for their gritty play style dating back to 2014-15 season. The program had 2 winning seasons, with their best being in the 15-16 season, where they went 20-11.
And he was like, Coach, I just believe in you. I've always thought that, you were a good young coach in the game, and I think this is a perfect opportunity for you. And so we continued talks, and that's how the opportunity came.
What is it about Bossier Parish that attracted you to the program?
I've always said this, Louisiana has so much talent when it comes to girls basketball.
The Cavaliers had a couple of All-Americans come through his program. Michaela Lewis, who was an honorable mention All-American in 2022, and Monette Bolden, who was a third-team All-American in 2019, who had a phenomenal career as a Lady Cavalier from the 2017-2019 season, where she averaged 18.7 points per game on 44% shooting, finished at Louisiana Tech, and now she's playing overseas.
Lime Moore's, Jacksonville, Texas, founded in 1854 and happened to shut down in 2012 when they filed for bankruptcy. Although the school shut down in 2012, they still managed to produce 2 All-Americans. Crazy. Kendra Walker, Lime Moore standout, who became a third-team All-American in 2007 for the Lady Bearcats, where she averaged a mean double-double, 19.3 points a game, and she pulled down 11.9 rebounds, along with 2.4 steals per game in 29 games. She would later commit to the Baylor Bears. Something about those Bears. Brenda Adiambo in 2011 also became a third-team All-American. The Mabosa, Kenya native, was soft-spoken, but her performance on the court was loud. In her last season with the Lady Bearcats, she averaged 17 points per game, and she pulled down an impressive 12.6 rebounds a game while making the All-Tournament team and the All-Region team. Guess them Lady Bearcats had a legacy to live on. Since we in Jacksonville, we might as well stay in Jacksonville. Jacksonville College, the oldest junior college in Texas. It opened up in 1899. You talking about longevity. But in the 23-24 season, the Jaguars shut the program down.
Naturally, it didn't help that between the 2 programs this season in the challenging Region 14 Conference, a total number of wins of 6. One local fan, Larry Craig, at the town hall, brought up a legitimate issue of getting the word out about the school's athletics to help bring in donors. It's a suspension, not a lifetime ban, though the scoreboard will be quiet for now.
They still managed to have 3 winning seasons dating back to 2014-15 season, with their best season being in 2017-2018. During that time, they still produced 3 All-Americans. Ines Nazura was a stud at Jacksonville, standing at 6'3". The Burundi native present was very dominant, as she became a third-team All-American, averaging 18 points per game and bringing down 10.5 rebounds a game.
After my graduation day, it was May 12, 2017. I remember talking to my aunt in New York. We're sitting together and we're thinking, what's the next step? Where am I gonna go next? Because if I wasn't offered by Iowa State, I would have to go back home.
And would later sign with Iowa State in dramatic fashion, not even knowing that she had an opportunity or not. Dava Naya Workman, the sharpshooter
an All-American honorable mention in 2014, signed with Desner University, averaging 17.4 points a game and pulling down 8.5 rebounds a game, and shot over 37% from three and 53% from the field. You talking about shooter. Kadasia Carter, aka Texas Slim, baby, was named Freshman of the Year in Region 14 after averaging 18.5 points a game and 10.2 rebounds a game, and shooting a crazy 40% from three. She was later signed to Alabama. Oh my God. Let's head down Highway 59 to San Jacinto College in Houston, Texas. Started in 1961, the college made a name for itself by making tournament appearances in 2006, 2016, and 2017. Although the program is no longer going, they produce a lot of well-known names. Tajane Travis, the hometown kid, put San Jacinto on the map after being named Kodak in WBCA All-American in 2006, while also being third in the nation in scoring and guided San Jacinto to a regional tournament berth. Erica Sidney, the smooth guard from San Jacinto, who would later finish her career at Texas Tech and have a professional career with the Harlem Globetrotters and overseas. She was a two-time honorable mention All-American and the All-Region First Team, and she also was named Region 14 Tournament MVP in 2007. It led San Jack to back-to-back tournament appearances. Baller. Region 14 has had its troubles along the years with schools shutting down, but I think that's what's made it the best region. They always find a way to win. Those four schools, through all the trials, and still managed to put out great talent and still have winning season. Now that's Region 14.
For Region 14, we refer to it as Mighty Region 14 because every night you got to come and play. From the team that's picked first to the team that's picked eighth, if you don't show up, you'll get beat that night. We bring it in, whether it's athleticism, whether it's IQ, whether it's defense, you got to be prepared every night. And if you're not, you're going to go home with an L. And that's why we call it the Mighty Region 14.
Region 14 is a dogfight every night. You know, there's obviously a lot of talent. The kids are big, fast, strong, and then on top of that, highly skilled. And I credit that to the coaches. You know, as much as we can talk about the talent in Region 14, this is a great group of coaches, like long tenured, very accomplished, knowledgeable. So even when all things are equal with talent, you got to go against the next coach's clipboard, you know, a lot of times game by game. So, you know, Region 14 is definitely a really good platform. It's for our players, but it challenges us as coaches to be really, really good too. I love it, honestly.
The dominance of Region 14 since the league began has been phenomenal. You're talking about 15 championships out of the 48 ships to be played.
On the Lady Cards, Kiara Sanderlin lowers her shoulder, drives right.
Not to mention you have two coaches that are in the top 20 for wins.
Chef Jenkins, I've been at Blinn. This is my 23rd year. I was at Parrish Junior College 3 years before that, so this is 26th year in Region 14. In my opinion, I may be biased, but it's the best region in the country. Every year there's not one easy road game or home game, and it's been really tough to win year in and year out in this league.
My name is Trina Tillis-Hord, head women's basketball coach at Tyler Junior College. I've been at Tyler Junior College since 2000, so I call myself the relic of NJCAA and Region 14 because I've been here a long time. I was here when there was only 2 other women coaches in the business. I was here when you didn't see brown people looking like us in the business. So I've been around for a long time. I feel like Region 14 is and always has been one of the toughest conferences out there. When you have the dynasty of Trinity Valley and their legacy and what they were able to do, and the fact that in the past 10 years, the only Texas national title has gone through Region 14 with ours in 2022.
Guess it's time to head back to East Texas, where Region 14 got its first ship, Panola College. Carthage, Texas, home of the Phillies, captured back-to-back titles, led by Mildred Hodge and Rosie Walker, 77 and 78. Deborah K. Thomas, a real pioneer of the game, an East Texas legend. Graduated from Center High School and went on to play for the Phillies 1975 and 76, and became an All-American, All-Region, and MVP. Then she went on to play in the first professional league with the Iowa Hornets until it folded.
Hey guys, my name is Chelsea Hudson. I'm the head women's basketball coach at Panola College. This is my 10th year in coaching, my 3rd as a head coach here at Panola, and my 5th year at Panola.
All right, hey everybody, my name is Aaliyah Johnson. I am a 2nd year assistant coach at Panola College. Still getting familiar with the JUCO scene, but loving every bit of it. I got to play 5 years at Stephen F. Austin State University, and so I wasn't very familiar with the JUCO scene, but it's been amazing so far, and I'm glad to continue to work and build in it.
Peggy Pope Stapleton was a champion All-American at Panola College during the 1977-78 season. Then she went on to be a Texas A&M all-time leading rebounder, and she scored the most points during the season during that 1979-80 season.
I would definitely say what you're going to see from us this year will be high energy, up and down, in your face, and just really get you excited to continue to watch basketball as it grows on multiple levels. So we're just going to try to continue to grow the game of women's basketball.
So had no idea what JUCO life was like. You know, you hear about being a JUCO product from a lot of student athletes, and as a person who went straight to a 4-year institution, it was very foreign to me, but being here now for almost 2 years, there's great benefit to going to JUCO. The development piece, getting to play right off the bat, just that one-on-one time that you get with the player-coach development, relationships are really lucrative for players, and I think it's a great opportunity for young high school kids to go the JUCO route, especially with the landscape of the portal and recruiting today, so I think it's a great option for a lot of young student athletes.
Tyler, Texas, home of the Apaches. Now you're talking about a winning program. 2 championships, the most recent being in 2022 with the sensational 7. Now, if that's not impressive, I don't know what is. And they're known for making a pro too.
That the team eliminated in the first round of this tournament would go on to win a national championship, you probably wouldn't believe me. But that's exactly what happened. The TJC Apache ladies made an improbable run to become national champs, defining what a Cinderella team is in March. But this year came with a whole new set of challenges for the Lady Apaches, who are now defining what a Cinderella season looks like. The TJC Apache ladies.
TJC has had a few All-Americans and Hall of Famers, just to name a few, with Aisha Smith-Spears.
My name is Trina Tillis-Hord, head women's basketball coach at Tyler Junior College. I've been at Tyler Junior College since 2000, so I call myself the relic of NJCAA and Region 14 because I've been here a long time. I was here when there was only 2 other women coaches in the business. I was here when you didn't see brown people looking like us in the business.
Now, not only was Smith a Hall of Famer and an All-American, she was the first-round draft pick in 2003 to the Washington Mystics.
Region 14 has had so many really good players, from when you're talking about your Shannon Bobbitts that had phenomenal careers. My Aisha Smith ended up going to LSU. She went and played for the Washington Mystics. We're so many different players. I could just name drop them. Kids going to Florida State, kids going to Tennessee, kids going to University of Texas. I feel like junior college and all those brand name kids that we put out there affords them the opportunity to get seen, get opportunity, and get playing time, and more than anything, experience.
PJC Dragons, located in Paris, Texas. Now, the Dragons haven't had a winning season dating back to 2014, but that hasn't stopped them from producing 3 All-Americans. They could be on the brink of something special.
Oh, Paris is all about pace and play style. Our foundation and our identity is just in working hard. We do whatever it takes. Like I said, we're a pace team, so we like to push pace. We like to get up and down the floor, but I call it controlled chaos. You know, play with pace, but not rush, make good decisions. I allow our kids to play as freely as they show me they can play responsibly. So, you know, that's a big thing for me. Very defensive minded, very defensive oriented. We're going to guard 94 feet for the bulk of the game. And, you know, again, as long as they can play good defense and make good decisions, I let them go. When we have to come back and execute, we know our play calls and we get into those when we need to. But I like to give my kids the freedom to make good decisions, because ultimately every school on the back end of this wants a good basketball player. So I don't try to make them too robotic. I just try to teach them, show them film, high IQ, build skill sets, and then let them just kind of develop and find their own identity from there.
Charlotte Castile, an honorable mention All-American back in 2003 for the Lady Dragons, then also went to Texas A&M where she averaged 8 points per game in her 2 years there. Blinn College, probably most known for their football program success, but the girls program has one of the most successful coaches in Jeff Jenkins. He's top 20 in wins as active coaches with 505 wins to 221 losses in 22 seasons.
You know, last year we only had 2 returners and they only averaged 2 points each. This year we have 7 returners. We have 65% of our offense back. We have 2 redshirt freshmen and we have a transfer. So we have 10 kids that have been in college 1 year, and at JUCO that's a big advantage. So our practices in September have been better than they were last year. You know, as far as how we'll do in the league, you know, it depends on the injuries a lot and how they come together. But as far as right now in September, I like this team. And as far as Blinn, it's been a great job for 23 years. It's a great location. You know, we're between Austin and Houston. We're near Texas A&M. So, you know, me and my family kind of found a home.
Blinn has also touched the Sweet 16 and made it to the Elite 8. They also are the reigning regional champs from 2024. They also have produced 12 All-Americans. Chelsea Singleton, the Buccaneer standout, helped lead the team to a regional championship this past year and now plays for Northwestern State. Fatima Adams was the last All-American Blinn has produced since she played. She helped the Bucks to 2 Elite 8 appearances and averaged 18 points a game and 10 rebounds. Let's take a stop at Kilgore, Texas, where they have won 3 championships under the great Evelyn Blaylock. You talking about a legend. She has had 16 winning seasons out of 20. The school has a composite record of 812 to 544 losses. Legacy.
Who have broken barriers. But tonight, we put the spotlight on a legend who has gone on to glory, but her glory days are still talked about to this day. Now, I didn't have the pleasure to meet her, but tonight I have compiled some of the greatest sports minds in our region to tell the story of the late, great Coach Evelyn Blaylock.
Coach Blaylock, it broke my heart when she passed. She was like the Pat Summitt of junior college. You just wanted to work for her. You wanted to be around her. And more than anything, you wanted to hear the coaching stories that she had to tell.
All right, being a Lady Ranger, coming to Kilgore College, let me tell you something. This is what we have to offer. This is what you expected. Before I tell you what we have to offer, this is what you expected. We play fun, we play a fast pace, we play with a lot of energy. I'm an energetic coach, so I expect that from my players. You gotta be a dog to play for me. We getting on the floor, diving for balls. We hitting shots, we boxing out. We doing the little things. There's room for everybody as long as you bring something to the table. We offer full scholarships. I got 12 full scholarships. You know, we do everything well, up to par. Travel gear, all of that. And so for us, I just look for people who love basketball, who want to get better every single day. And for me, it's bigger than that too, because I'm a coach that not only am I going to take care of you basketball, but I worry about your character. What's your classroom grades looking like? How are you on and off the floor? Because you're going to be a boss when you leave me. You're going to be a boss on the floor and you're going to be a boss after the floor. We're talking about your money management. We're talking about everything. And so, hey, to be a Lady Ranger, we want the full package, or we want at least somebody that wants to learn the full package and grow.
Jacqueline Massey, you talking about a bucket. In the 95-96 season, the All-American led KC to one of the best programs in program history. After her stint with the Rangers, she went on to play at the University of Auburn and Montgomery, where she averaged 24.7 points per game, the second best in school history. Now you know the new kid on the block had to earn the stripes. Coastal has only been around for 13 years, making it the youngest in the region. Now that doesn't stop them from putting up numbers while being under purse well. They still managed to produce some high quality players such as Samantha Roach and Danielle Ozzie-Bell. Samantha, the Katy, Texas native, was the main focal point in the high scoring offense as she averaged 14 points per game.
This is a team that we finally put together. We're going to be a lot smaller than most teams in the region, but we're going to play 80 feet of basketball, and we're going to get after you have some tenacious guards all over the court that really can get after you and play fast and shoot a lot of threes. Last year we were 14th in the country and made threes 280. So hopefully we can expand on that this year and be a little better. So we brought in shooters. We got D2 transfer that's from B-Row, Kara Davis. We got a returning sophomore treasure up from Columbus, Texas. That's just a dog on defense.
Danielle didn't always have the easy route. She learned hard work early as she wanted to attend another school before going to Coastal. One thing she could do was shoot, and that played right into what Coastal had to offer before heading off to the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley.
Terrible. I mean, Emily was not coordinated at all, and I was probably the slowest girl on the court. But we just loved it so much and kept going from there, and we wanted to do it all the time. Got a little hoop in the driveway that we actually stole from a neighbor. We kept shooting on their hoop and they were like, gosh, just take it. So we rolled it all the way over to our driveway, and we just played there one-on-one, and we'd get really competitive. Elbows were thrown, some punches sometimes. Once we got to high school, we were like, okay, you know, we have to be a little bit more serious. So in the summers, we'd go and time each other running sprints. We'd push each other on layups and just helped each other work on our game to get better, to perform at a higher level.
TVCC, the godfather of them all when it comes to Region 14. Where do you start? The 8 national championships with a 3-peat, or the 29 appearances in the tournament, or the 46 All-Americans? I could go on and on about Cardinal Nation. Even the list of pros, that's more than a legacy, that's a dynasty.
Trinity Valley is one of those schools that's definitely going to be mentioned when you're talking about junior college basketball. We have 8 national championships here, which is the most by any other D1 junior college. People like Elena Lovato, Kurt Bucky, Michael Landers have paved the way kind of here, and it's a tradition, it's expected, it's a culture, and I'm just blessed to be able to have been hired by Gerald Ewing to come here and be a part of this tradition and this culture. As far as my team this year, we're going to continue to carry this same tradition and the culture that's already been paid for us. I got some good transfers in. I have 3 point guards. All 3 of them are different, so they always bring a different dynamic depending on what it is that I'm trying to get from the team at the time. It's going to be fast-paced. It's going to be some banging a little bit, but we definitely going to lace our shoes up and get after it, probably 94 feet this year, and just kind of bring the pain as much as we can. It's a marathon for sure, and we just gonna take it day by day, and we just trying to be playing in April.
The Cardinals just don't make it to the pros. They make a name for themselves, like Shannon Bobbitt, who was drafted by the LA Sparks in 2008. But before she got there, she won titles at Trinity Valley and under the great Pat Summitt at the University of Tennessee. They also had pros like Betty Lennox, the OG, picked by the Seattle Suns.
I would have to say for me, it's an amazing run for me. I've started here out in Minnesota, so it's good to be back. This will always be a place that I feel comfortable playing. But through all, I think the season has gotten a little bit more competitive, and I've seen it grow, and that's what we need as far as the WNBA is concerned. Hey, you know, you just said it, you know, just by the experience that I've had, just going out and teaching the younger players what I know, and teaching them what it takes to win, what it takes to play together and stuff like that. If you don't have a veteran on your team and you got all young players, they won't ever understand that until two or 3 or 4 years down the line. But if you got veterans on the team, it's easy to be able to just pass that along to the young players who are willing to learn, who are willing to take that advice and display it on the basketball court.
And the recent Tiana Jackson, the most recent pro drafted by the Kinetic Suns. So yeah, the next time people want to discourage you from going to the JUCO world, or even say JUCO has nothing to offer, tell them they must haven't heard of the mighty Region 14.